Howdy ho, this is part 12 of Wizardry 5, Heart of the Maelstrom. So right now I am up the level to level 5. If you see my level earlier, you don't have to go to level 5. But what I'm going to show you right now, of course, is the map of the rest of level 5. And the little stairs I took is right on the left hand side where the red ink or red mark is located. I'm planning to go around. There is a pool, but there's nothing with significance to go in there. And once you make the little rope, I can either go up or down. You see the red X there on the right hand side? That was where we were at before when I made the loop to get the better items. I'm going to avoid the area. And if it goes down, you will get to like a little maze type area. That's actually where the NPC I'm going to meet later on. And if you go up there, you meet some, let's say, colorful places like the men's and boys bathroom, which is funny but not significantly important. So I'm gonna start the video, so here we go. So where I'm at right now is the NPC, and if you've been following my videos, this is a snatch. Pretty much the duck mentioned about a thief, and snatch actually will give you some information. Now the change, I believe it's the she that she's referring to, you just give her like 10 coins. You know, so I do got a lot of money, but I'm actually gonna give her like, you know, I'm a cheapskate. So it gives you some information here on what to do next, and some information on pretty much the game here. Now it's mentioned about David, about some people here that you'll meet. Then it mentions about the loon. And it mentions about the locket. And of course we also know what the locket does. So it's nice to meet the Snatch. You don't have to fight her, but she does have some interesting items there. But it's up to you if you got the money. Of course, I got the money. Again, it's not very significant to meet her completing the game, but it's nice to meet the NPC and meet the person who stole from the loon there. And you notice there I fought the horse. I fought the horse in the first Wizardry game here. I think it was the second last level. Not hard, but I believe there's another version of the horse later on. Now there's the civil chain. Now that's not a cursed item. I think I might dropped it. Sword File is definitely an okay item. I believe it's up to 20 damage. But But I believe that silver chain. I think I might get confused with the silver mail there. I think I might have dropped it there. That might have been a bad mistake. I don't care. I'll probably get the silver chain later. Yes, I believe silver chain can also be equipped by the bishop or slash wizard. So if I get that again there, I'll definitely equip it. The anyway, Flames, it casts Mahato or Mahatio spell. It's probably worth just selling it. I don't think it's worth equipping or using it anyway here. So other than that, there's really not much else here in this floor here to see. A lot of traps, I'll do say so myself there. The enemies are kind of niche, and it gives you a little clue there. Of course, we know what the clue is. I don't care. So the horse is downed. The horse is down. So what I'm gonna do now is I actually go back down a level. Again, as mentioned before, there is nothing else here that's worth seeing or worth investigating here, unless I want to get myself killed by going up north there and going that stupid maze there. If you're playing this game, if you want to go north, go right ahead, but it's not worth it. And you probably notice during the course of the game, especially in this floor, you meet some interesting characters. Like Beauty and the Beast, Frankenstein, these mythological type characters that you fight in this particular floor. And also the rest of the floors in this game here, but it's worth noting anyway. I think I might be able to pick that. Yep, well you know, I picked on the first try. I think that's worth an award. But it's just the highway there. And there's Nightmare here. A lot of horses in this particular floor, but no riders. Just a wild horse. Or horses. So what I'm going to explore here, what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to edit some video and we're going to go back to the 6th floor because it's a while away. Oh yeah, if you ever fought the green dragons, they actually do some devastating breath attacks. I'm not worried about the Black Knight unless he had some partners. There's killed. And let you know there are other dragons in this game here. Not too worried about the green dragon so long as I put him to sleep or immobilize him. Oh god, fine, he's dead. Alright, so let's skip down to level 6. So now back at level 6, we're at the stairs before. I'm going to be this floor for quite a while. There's a lot of places to see and do. But what I'm going to do next is I'm going to take that little loop. And what I mean the little loop, if you follow the red line, it's going to take me to a little black dot, which I need to pick at the door. And I'm going to meet some interesting characters in there. Now at this point in time, this actually can go to non-linear. But again, you'll be facing a lot of mini bosses here. So right now I'm picking the lock here at this point in time. And if you're playing this game, you can pretty much go anywhere you want, only on this particular floor. I could get the ice key, defeat the king, defeat some NPCs, but the most important course is levels, getting the spells, getting the equipment. So I'm going to try to pick this door, try to meet an NPC, and hopefully able to get a certain item. So let's try that, and let's go from there. So the item that I thought would be getting there wasn't there, so I have to go back later. So what I did, I went more south, which is not indicated in the map. I meet this little character here, and basically what I gotta do is put some parts into her, and which I just did there, telling me that I did it successfully. Again, this is actually another little puzzle. So basically, what it does is that she's going to ride to you and slide all the way down. And you mentioned you need a certain key. Now, I did mention before you need a ice key. Now, you did. Now, I don't know if you ever heard me, but I mentioned being non-linear. Actually, I'm going to correct that. This is actually quite linear, because you need a specific item to wake this NPC and to get a certain item, that's so forth. And of course, there's another NPC that you need the money, but I'm not going to pay her because I don't got the key yet to enter a certain area. And by the way, this certain area that I need to go to, well, that I need to pass, it lets me go down to the one more level, which I'm not going to do for a little while, not just yet. So right now I'm actually going back up the slide, and what I have to do is I have to go to the right hand side of the map, and that is, I believe, complete darkness. But not just yet. Jokey to you. So these these monsters here can be quite hard. Actually, not to say quite hard, they are hard. So what I did before, I actually save stated, because I need, of course, a specific item. So we'll just let the load states in pretty much the battle take. So again, breathing and poison are bad. This actually might take a little while to do. So I finally defeat the monsters here. They drop what's called the key, or in this case the ice key, which is needed to go after a very important NPC to get the next card item, which I need to complete the game, including also going to the next level. And there's actually a hidden door around the area, which I can do, so I don't have to pay the little miniature at a couple thousand each time I want to go down to the next level, or each time that I want to meet the certain NPC. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to skip ahead, maybe get some new items, and let's see what this mini boss is all about. Alright, so now I got the ice key. I can now unlock the area, and normally you do that, you go down to a chute here. And as soon as you're down the chute, you'll be defeating or going after the Rabuna Ice King and the 3 Frost Giants. Now, the Frost Giants, of course, give excellent XP, but they also can hit hard. The Ice King, however, does have a truckload of HP, and you probably noticed, it's not something you should definitely fool around with. So that king has to go, must go, otherwise your party will be in big trouble. Now, I'll try to do right here is the summoning spell. Now you probably noticed right now, hey, he wasn't so hard. You're right, he wasn't that hard. And then he does have truckload hit points. Well, he does, but my fighters can actually hit quite well now. And plus, being, I believe he's a mage or a cleric type, he doesn't have much of an armor to protect himself from my hits from my fighters. Now, if I can just get these 3 Frost Giants, I'll have some good hit points. And not only that, I got 2 of the Frost Giants charmed, which is excellent. Now, you probably noticed there, I summon bleeps. Now, I don't know if any of you guys ever played Wizardry games before, but bleeps are little creatures, sort of weak creatures, that can actually keep summoning themselves, which is actually quite handy for me that actually did summon. So I found the second card. I'm not quite sure what kind of card it is, so what I'm doing now, I'm just load stating it, see if we get better items, but I'm probably not going to get better items than that. I think that might be a Hearts card. You probably notice right now I got rid of the ice key. You only need the ice key once, and that's pretty much it. Because there's a hidden door around the area. And I definitely don't want to defeat this guy again. Once is enough, thank you for the card. Well, actually, you can defeat him again for some reason if you screw up on the cards later on. And off camera, of course, I found another silver axe, but I believe I got a better weapon for my fighters anyway. Okay, so it's a diamonds card. Okay, so there's actually 2 more cards. Mushrooms, yeah, definitely don't want to eat those. As before, there's actually 2 more cards you can get in the game. One you can probably get later on. The other is pretty much late in the game after you do some very important and difficult tasks or mini bosses. Troglodytes. 36 troglodytes. I don't think so. Now, if I had the Kilowatt spell, I could probably do them. They do. Troglodytes do okay damage. They're almost like barbarians, but so many of them, I'm not taking a chance on it. And you probably notice I got only the levitate spell. I also got my protect spell and the light spell. Well, light spell is not that necessary, but anyway. So right now I'm just checking what kind of items I got here. Blade touched. Robin sword. Unless I want my swim up, I definitely don't want it. Since I still got the rubber ducky that I can use. Now around this level, oh yeah, before I go downstairs, this particular little item here, blood wares, yeah, you actually mix potions by cost of a fee. There's actually a couple items that are quite useful, but snow cats. I don't think I'll probably be using that machine, but I'll just show you anyway. Well, I mean, anyway, I mean a few seconds. I think there's one called Demon Away, a few others, but it's up to you if you want to fool around and just waste your money. But it might become, maybe the Demon Way maybe later on when you face a whole bunch of demons at the bottom levels of the dungeon. So right now I just found a secret door. This allows me to just go around instead of doing that stupid slide. That will become apparent later on because you become this level quite a lot. There's still a few places in here that I still need to go to get, I believe, the third card. So nonetheless though, this is actually the second last level of the game here. This is the level here, well, let's just say it can be quite difficult if you're not prepared. I won't say there's probably new items, but you'll be defeating a lot of type mages in the game, and of course high ninjas, which you don't want to go against, especially if they're in groups, because they can pretty much take your head off. So right now, this video is actually going quite long. Elementals, yeah. So they're not too bad. Problem is they don't drop any chest, only gold. So I don't rather worry about gold. I just want to get some upgrades. So what I'm going to do now is I'm actually going to start the video. I'm actually more than halfway towards the game right now here. The best is yet to come, I'm afraid. And that's probably the part of the game where it gets most difficult, and getting the right spells and the right equipment is actually most, I can't stress enough, important. Because you'll find out why later. So that's it of part 12. We're at part 12 right now. Oh my god. So next is part 13 of Wizardry 5, Heart of the Maelstrom. And I'll see you next time, guys. Take care.